There is so much news coming out of Washington every single day. CBS News anchor Norah O'Donnell is right in the middle of it all, and she joins us live right now in the nation's capital. Norah, thank you so much for joining us. So good to see you. And as we heard in Natalie's report, you recently spoke with Dr. Fauci about his role in the fight against COVID-19. Now, he's not just fighting the virus, but a public relations war with the White House. Could you preview that for us?
That's right. Good evening to you, Yuki. That's right. You know, Dr. Fauci, we learned today, did in fact just recently meet with President Trump, but it's been several months since they've actually talked in person as this growing feud between the White House and Dr. Fauci. Dr. Fauci told me he's walking a tightrope as people try and pit him against the president, but he says he's an apolitical person. He doesn't want to do that. And in his words, he said it's very stressful. He said he just wants to do his job. And in some ways, this has become a distraction from the really important work that those at the NIH need to do as they are working to not only help develop and fund a vaccine that can keep us all safe, but also the public health role that they play and Dr. Fauci has in the past. I was able to speak with Dr. Fauci for InStyle magazine, but for the past 3 months since April, we've requested to speak on camera and have him on the CBS Evening News, and he has been blocked by the White House from appearing on any broadcast networks. So that's one of the challenges certainly going forward, but it's interesting. It's a glimpse in what's really happening between the White House and the scientists who are trying to protect Americans.
An interesting glimpse indeed. You've had so many interviews over the last year, and this week you're celebrating the first anniversary of anchoring the evening news. Congratulations to you. What a year it's been. What's it been like for you?
Right, Yuki? It's been such an incredible year. You know, I think we knew that we'd be covering a presidential election, and certainly it made sense to be here in Washington as we covered an impeachment, too. We had no idea that we would be covering a global pandemic, one that has not only infected millions of Americans, killed almost 140,000 Americans, but just today we're learning now 50 million Americans are unemployed in this country. And so it really is probably the biggest story of my lifetime, even though I've covered 6 presidential elections. And what we've tried to do on the evening news is just play it right down the middle, curate a broadcast where we would deliver as many facts as we can and useful information. Tonight we have a piece about whether you should be concerned about the spreading of the virus indoors and whether an air condition spreads the virus. So we'll have an update on tonight's evening broadcast about that new science behind that.
And Norah, I, like you, like to get out of the studio to provide coverage. And this week you visited the Red Cross headquarters in downtown D.C. to give blood, which is so needed. How did that go? I'm interested in what your vibe was going in, during, and after you left.
You know, I wanted to give back, Yuki, and I had been reading in the news that the Red Cross had put out a call that there was a critical need for donations because of COVID-19 and the pandemic. They had canceled tens of thousands of these blood drives, and they were at a low level that they were worried about. And so at the time when I felt it was safe, which was this week, I went into the Red Cross headquarters. It was safe. It was easy. The nurse that took care of me said that one donation can help save 3 lives. They do not test for COVID because actually, since it is a coronavirus or a respiratory virus, it is not spread through blood. But the bonus this year is they will test for COVID antibodies, whether you have had COVID. And one of the reasons they're doing that is just as a public health exercise. But if you test positive for the antibodies, you may get a call back because they want that convalescent plasma, those antibodies, which they are now giving to people who are sick with COVID-19 that can help boost their immunity. So really was a great process and was well taken care of by the Red Cross. They supply 40% of the nation's blood supply. So we'll have that story as well tonight. From all of us, thank you so much for all you do. Norah, thank you. We'll see you on the evening news in about an hour or less. Take care. The CBS Evening News with Norah O'Donnell tonight and every weeknight at 6:30, right after Eyewitness News.